very good record against the Eels here at Parramatta Stadium. The Eels have only won twice against Cronulla here at home since 2001. They are a team under pressure. They have a coach under enormous pressure. If you believe reports, perhaps as few as 2 games to impress to get some sort of result with this side who went so close to beating the Dragons last game out. And Nathan Hindmarsh, the warhorse, the veteran, keeps going up the list as far as games for one club is concerned, behind now only Lockyer and Eddingshausen, and joining Jason Croker tonight at 318 games for the one club. It's a marvellous record. Oh, most definitely one of Parramatta's all-time greats. And if Parramatta are to win tonight, you would think that this man here, Jared Hayne, will have to have a huge influence on the result for his team. He's starting to hit his best form. He was great in Origin 1 for New South Wales. And Chrissy Sando hasn't hit his straps here at Parramatta. He'll be looking for a big performance to reward the faith that's been shown in him by their under-fire coach, Stephen Kearney. Jeremy Smith standing by. It'll be Chris Sando who gets us underway on Monday Night Football. The kickoff going down to the corner. And it's Bryce Gibbs who'll bring it back out on the first carry here for the Sharks. Both these sides don't have a great record on Monday Night Football, as it turns out. Eels absolutely desperate. The Sharks looking for their 8th win of the season as they spread it early. Gallen playing in the same number he'll be playing in for New South Wales. Now he loses the ball, and I'll say it has been stripped out in the tackle.
Chris, put your hand in.
And it's Chris Sando who's been penalised. Well, not the start that Parramatta were after. Paul Gallen getting a penalty for his team. Discipline needs to be strong tonight for both teams.
Yeah, come back, Parrot.
De Goyce tapping it. Going to Robson. Gives it off to Gibbs. Works it up to the 40-metre line at Parramatta's end of the field. A keep it going to the right-hand side for Carney to Sherritt. Give it back on the inside there for Ben Ross. Well met by Manor and also Keating. De Goyce bypassing Gibbs. Robson was set upon there by Blair, who came screaming in out of the line and helped to shut down the Sharks' attack. Wright will play it. Plays it back for De Goyce again. Robson putting it back underneath. Ross hammered too high. It might be Keating. He was up above the shoulders and from right in front, just outside the 20. A call here for the Sharks, and they will take the 2 points. Well, an interesting decision here, not the high tackle. That was fair enough, but the Sharks, first time down here, elected to have a shot at goal. There was some high contact there from Keating on Ben Ross. I would have thought early in the game, the Sharks have been looking to build a bit of pressure in good field position. And of course, if you think back to Origin 1, where Paul Gallen early in that second half elected to go for a shot at goal, and that might be his theory. Get the points when they're on offer. Might be a chance to give a little confidence boost to this man, Todd Carney. You can watch himself on the screen as he aims up here, right in front of the uprights, just outside the 20. Didn't have a great night with the boot. He's kicking Origin 1, but he starts here tonight with a good strike. He'll get the 2 points, and it's the Sharks. An unusual scoreline, 2-0 after just 2 minutes of play. Yeah, most definitely. But the Sharks like to play from in front, and Parramatta are showing their intent early. There's plenty of line speed and plenty of whack in their defence to start this game. Do it over once again. Sando with the restart. It'll be Gibbs also once more who brings it back out. Stopped here by Paul and Manor. Fui Moi off the bench tonight for the Eels. Flip-flop between a starting role and an interchange role, and tonight it's the latter. Ross playing it just outside the 20. They go to the right-hand side for Carney to link up with Bukuya. They've used that play for lots of metres so far this season. They play it here 15 on their own side of halfway. Carney giving it to Gallen. Helped them with that field position by earning a penalty when he had the ball stripped by Sando. He was looking for another one right there. Thought he might have been in a dangerous position. Smith brings it back to the halfway line. They'll have one more play. And it's Carney who will kick, looking to find the gap between Burt and Hayne. He did that, and Burt it is who brings it back out to be stopped there by Robson. Good set of 6 after getting the 2 points to put them in front here tonight. Kencio. There's been a bonus for the Eels in 2012. His form has been very solid. Now Manor to play at 15 on his own side of halfway. Keating showing it out of dummy half. Picked off there by Gibbs and also Jeremy Smith.
He's outside.
They'll go a kick early. One play early at least for Sando to pick out Matthew Wright on the field. If you're going to go early, you need to hit the turf, and he didn't. And as a result, Wright will bring it back and play it here just short of the 40-metre line.
I think he changed his mind, Chrissy Sando. I think he was looking for a 40-20 and then realised he was over the red line. But you're right. If you're kicking early, you have to find space.
He's Carney turning it again. Back on the inside for Bukuya. This time the Eels. Ryan was there to make the tackle. With some help from Justin. Gibbs taking it across the halfway line. Handful of carries already for the front rower tonight. Now Carney goes across to Robson. Here's a chance for Colin Best, looking to link up there with Nathan Stapleton, who'll go to dummy half and get a touch in his return match from a knee reconstruction. 18 weeks after having that reconstruction, he is back on the field. It was a remarkable effort after having the Lars surgery. They replace the ligament with a fibre. Previously had it back in 2010, the second time he's had to have the same reconstruction. Now CO to play it inside the 30-metre line for the Eels. Burt slipping over as he came to the defence. He hurt himself here, has he? He is slowly back to his feet. He might have, slumping back to his head. It was either a knee or an ankle injury. He went in pretty awkwardly, as it turned out. Now Paul playing it. Goes across to Roberts. His return to the NRL. There's a chance for Ryan to get a touch. He'll play it just in Sharks territory. They'll get a full set of 6. A penalty on the last tackle.
Yeah, it's a cardinal sin giving away a penalty when you've done all the hard work. And keep your eye out for this young back rower.
Nothing over, eh? Right here.
For the Parramatta side, Matt Ryan. He's been impressive in limited appearances for the blue and gold. He's a big strapping young man. He can hit a hole, gets through plenty of work.
A chance for the Eels. Manor will play it inside the 20-metre line of the Sharks' end. Now Paul going back to Bukuya. They're set for a play to the right-hand side. Sando waiting for it. They go to Roberts, though, instead, who will take them on. Isn't going to beat Smith nor Carney. Now they come back to the open side. Hindmarsh links up with Sando. And Hayne back on the inside. It wasn't the most rhythmical piece of play you've ever seen. Now Manor. Stop-start stuff as they try to find something. Now Keating goes to Hayne at the back. Roberts, quick hands. A lovely ball for Ryan Morgan. And the Eels take the lead away from the Sharks.
Well, it's some wonderful play there from Jared Hayne, becoming the link man. He's out the back and he sums it up beautifully onto Roberts, and then Roberts the catch and pass to young Morgan. Watch Jared Hayne there, just engage defenders, and they have to make a decision on the end. And I think it was Gordon who jammed in when he didn't need to. And that's a tremendous start for Parramatta. And when you're in good field position, you have to have polish on the end of your sets. And that was fourth tackle. But they look sharp. There was good rhythm to their play. And don't they like to get away to a fast start, Parramatta?
They looked much better when Hayne led the first receiver there and linked up with Roberts than they did coming the other way on the previous play when Sando offloaded to Hayne back on the inside. Luke Burt tonight, even though he passed the 250 game mark, in Canberra 2 games ago for the Eels. They're celebrating it tonight, their first home game. And a chance to leapfrog Ryan Girdler into 8th position. The all-time point scoring list. If he can kick this, yes, he can. An arrow straight shot from wide out from Luke Burt. He makes it the Eels 6-2 over the Sharks.
And that will do the world of good for young Ben Roberts. The catch, the pass, under pressure. It was beautiful.
Stay on.
Todd Carney with the restart, a floating one which bounces down to Chris Sando. It's Justin Paul who brings it back out for the Eels. An early try after a penalty goal in just the 2nd minute from the Sharks. Now Matter has been averaging less than 40 minutes per game for the Eels this year. As we said in the pre-game show, something of the forgotten man of the front rowers for New South Wales. Now a mistake by Matt Ryan. And after points, they put themselves under pressure just 30 metres out from their own line.
Yeah, it's unforgivable after you scored a try. At the very least, you've got to get to your kick, and they're things that are just non-negotiable in a football team.
Jared, all the way in, mate.
You've got to get to your kick. And that was just a lack of concentration to drop the ball. Just puts his team under a huge amount of pressure.
De Gois from the back of the scrum. Carney linking up here with Matthew Wright. Sando tracking across the field, made the tackle. They're just outside the 30, and here's Best. Back to the midfield, picked up there by Manor. Keating was involved, and so was Paul. A chance to hit back and at least level the scores in this set of 6. Here's Jeremy Smith working it forward. Already made 8 tackles, a couple of carries of the ball now for the back rower. They go to the short side. Carney linking up with Bakuya. It was into something of a hole. It closed pretty quickly there between Ryan and also Morgan. The Gois has to wait for it. Carney grubbering. Nobody else knew it was on, but he might earn them 6 more tackles. Yes, he will.
No, he got his foot to it. It stayed in the ruck.
Well, he was kicking for himself there, Todd Carney. It's been a strength of the Sharks this year to put the ball in the in goal and build momentum and pressure off the back of it. And Todd Carney chasing through his kick. Makes the tackle in the in goal.
He had a couple of goes, but he got his foot on it.
He's looking sharp when he drifts
as long as it
across
stays
the
in the
line, though,
right.
Carney.
Hey, holding my leg. Hey, I saw that. It's all right, didn't impede you. Let's play. Make sure it's behind the line, mate. No earlies, Chris. No earlies. Stay on.
Jared Hayne with the goal line dropout. And only the Melbourne Storm force, on average, more goal line dropouts per game than the Sharks. Something they've done very well. A monstrous game for dropouts against the Raiders in Canberra earlier this season in the midst of their 6-game winning streak. Now Ross. He'll play it about 25 away from the Eels line. De Gois waiting. Finds Robson. There's Carney out the back. Gallant's there as the first man option. He went straight to Blair and also Paulo. Now at the death. Gallen gets a ball away. Gois will be set upon by Blair, who did well to stay alive on the play and make the tackle. Just inside the Eels 20. Carney grubbering again. A chance here for Gordon. Burt beats him to the ball, though, and they'll force another goal line dropout.
Yeah, again, good defence by Parramatta. That was the most impressive part of their performance against the Dragons last weekend, their ability to defend their goal line. The wingers are working hard. They're dropping back and the kick's been put in.
All right, no,
he's a smart winger,
Chris,
Luke
boys,
Burt.
Stay on.
It needs to be a good kick to find him out.
Really taking their time to catch their breath. The veteran, nothing to it, he says. I've done that a million times over the course of my career. Easily beat Gordon to the ball. Gibbs brings it back. Play one, possession heavily in favour of the Sharks. Early in this one, after 13 minutes, Robson goes to Ross. They'll play it 30 metres out from the Eels line. De Gois looking for an option. Robson floated in behind to play the ball, so De Gois goes himself. Now he comes back towards the right, proving to be hard to stop. He's only 15 metres out here when he plays it. Wright gets to dummy half. Through Gibbs. Smith showing it to Gallen. Stopped there by Matt Keating and also Hindmarsh.